doctor?
He just got in trouble.
You could have said whatever.
No, he was like saying in the middle of saying hi to Mr. Sanchez, and afterwards he was like, I didn't know if I should call him Chris or Mr. Sanchez. Because him and Mr. Sanchez would be like not like that bad.
Can we do last 5 measures?
Like, he can't call
Yes.
him anyone.
Last 5 measures.
If anyone, it would be
Last
Mr.
5 measures
Sanchez.
again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? Danny. Gabe. Where'd Gabe go? Oh. Kevin requested playing the last 5 measures. You ready? 1, 2, 3. You gotta practice. Yeah. You feel good where your stance is.
Can we switch it? Is that a thing?
Strings, because of the nature of standing and projecting a lot more now, play a lot higher. Okay. Or else it's going to sound big. You don't want the strings to sound like
Like Mrs. Tower. Mrs. Tower always just like,
I'm not taking a class with her, sadly.
you have never taken a class with her.
Wish I did.
Why is my dad talking to Mr. Garrett?
You can take one next to you. Right?
When I failed my math class and after a date.
My dad's a lost cause. He came here and talked to Mr. Garrett.
I feel so bad for her, did you?
My dad came here and talked to Mr. Garrett instead of coming here
Just not tell her.
and getting seats. Oh, there's more seats.
Like, what
I'm
is
just gonna go yell.
Or like, it's just
Because everyone's on that.
This is weird by looking at myself. Yes. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you with my parents.
It's all picking it up.
Did you see my parents? No. I didn't look at them.
So how long are your parents staying here?
Well, they're leaving after commencement until we see, and then they're coming back from a job.
Oh, that's so great. I think they come for so long.
Yeah.
That's great.
No, they're not staying there. They're staying over there. They found seats later. Usher?
Yeah, you know I got them down. No, your family. Your family.
Oh, good. She's gone.
No, I'm sitting with she was overseas.
Are you sure you don't want to sit with them?
Where are they sitting? Are they like sitting all the way in the back?
I don't know, but you should sit with them.
Oh, I see them.
You see them?
Yeah.
You should sit with like them.
Are they supposed to sit the seat from you?
I told her. Well, she was surprised that I told her that your family was here. Okay.
No, someone's gonna sit there. Oh, your parents. Yeah, your parents can sit there. Sorry, I think you meant us. I wish I
Actually, from here.
Alright.
1, 2, 3.
Seriously?
We gotta start. We're gonna start. How do we start?
Yeah.
Of course I'm gonna say what this is about. You're saying that? Life is saying that.
Yeah.
No, let's do it.
I think we're good there. A lot of mine was.
Oh, and then, right.
Oh, it's like that. My dad is wearing Chinese traditional clothes.
At least we can say
He
we
looks
do
so.
it.
He.
At least it's not catching us off
Dad looks so
guard.
cool.
Yeah, I know. He's just short. He's short and like, he's a short kid.
He looks. No, he looks so cool. Like I like his shirt.
I like his hair.
How do I get? How do I get one of those?
This is the last.
Come to Canada.
Really?
Marie, Marie, this is the last time
Last
we'll
time we're all
perform.
playing together.
No. Maybe I'll come back during the orchestra concert. Stand in the back.
And play with us.
I'll.
Ooh, I love your necklaces. No, I'm not.
That's not your. Wait. This whole time you actually been American and you're African?
Yeah.
Stop sitting like that. You look really weird. Sit up straight. And stop doing this. This is what you looked at. You're just like.
I need to put my fingers on the third position.
Fix your neck. Hold your neck toward.
Yeah,
No,
because
hold
I
it.
it's gonna be bad.
Wait, move it. Move the neck.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
because
get hit.
the Dave's sitting here directly next to me.
Maybe you're.
What can I say?
Right before I graduate.
That could be hot.
Look at that, my family talking to Mary.
Wait. Are we playing Orbit?
Thinking we are doing this. I hope you don't
We're playing like
Prelude.
Prelude.
Oh, so like this one.
Legendary. So now that I think about it, let's switch shoulder rests. So that for the whole piece we can play with our own instrument combination. Right?
Please start playing at 8.
Yes.
Where's it at the
Like
clock next?
8:20.
It's like 7:55.
No, why is 7? Yeah. 7:54.
Yeah. I like that. Oh yeah, that's cool.
I don't think so. I've
Nah.
not seen this.
No, other people gotta work. There's a word for everything. But there's most of the word for
She
We
sings.
still forgot to say who is.
and then there's a word for that.
Wait,
Really?
During the child.
No, during there's like 4. No, like maybe like 7.
Are those mostly for singing?
No, there's one for
Yeah,
soft.
that's true.
There's a freshman word. Oh, then she's gone.
I think we have
You're never gonna get it. You can just stay with Sophie where his seat is. Just go stay with Sophie and her parents.
I don't even know about this. My dad brought it.
We practice every week before our start practice.
So you know, this is the original stack found of those shoes. $1 in the stack.
Sorry. Yeah. I hope this is all being on the
It is.
recording.
Do you know that from last week's recording you can hear everything the champions on the sides before they started?
I'm aware. Gabe and I and Sophie, we were on top.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
You know, we were sleep. Did you play with? Wait, did you play with
Yeah.
us?
Did you guys watch the live stream? I want to watch it.
On YouTube,
Oh,
swap
probably
files
because
and
Gabe was
get
like,
into Metro West.
do you want to play one time or two times? And we're all just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, can we just start again? With all on the live
Wait, are you
stream.
doing this?
Are you guys doing it?
Seriously doing this?
Doing what?
Watching my
Oh, yeah.
Are you actually serious?
Senior prank. We're switching violins during our rest.
I did not. Like, I wasn't there for the senior prank.
Oh, it's okay. No, it was bad.
What if you dropped it?
What?
What if you dropped it?
Then I
Right.
will
Or
try
you
to.
hit that.
I will try to whistle. What if you throw it in the audience?
No! What if during a rest we just all throw our instruments at the audience?
And then
We're done. And protest and then walk out.
It's a fun idea. But you can do it, Lena. And there's a decent
great.
smile.
We're gonna
Yeah, you should do it.
Vincent.
Actually, I'm not encouraging
You
this.
should do it.
I'm not encouraging this.
I mean, Vincent can do it. Vincent. There's no. I'm not
You
going
won't
to
get suspended.
Throw
I
it.
said you just violence. So. Hey, I couldn't talk about my Vincent.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, so you
How's
should
it
do
feel?
it.
Is it nice?
So if you just drop it, it's okay.
Oh.
You have to go H-O-T
Should we swap violins? I'm looking at it.
No.
Please, please.
No.
During here.
No.
I don't like how
During here.
I don't see her vibe throws me off.
It has to be at least 2 measures. It has to be there.
Her vibe just throws me off. Like I'm used to it now. So, like
You need like.
Yeah, good shit.
But you guys should do it.
Yeah, yeah. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for letting us.
Like that's her vibe.
I feel like everyone's here.
Are you able to go to the right with your thing? Because I think like we're
Able to go to what?
like to the right.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Can we scoop?
Should we start?
Everybody ready?
Yes. Hey.
What's
Ready?
ready?
Are we shushing? You should just start.
Dish.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to commencement. Welcome to awards night. So good to see everyone here. I just want to thank again the Chamber Music Guild for their performance. That was really beautiful. So welcome to the start of Commencement Weekend 2024, and welcome to the Saprel Fieldhouse. I am so incredibly honored to preside over these events to honor the class of 2024 and celebrate the end of our academic year. This graduating class, this group of young people, this commencement, and this celebration will always be so special to me. You have accomplished so much, class of 2024. You have brought the joy, the courage, the spirit, and the unity required to meet every challenge. You have led the school, and you've prioritized human connection and service. St. Andrews has changed each of you, to be sure, and you have changed St. Andrews. We are so proud of you. And tonight, these awards recognize student work and your progress in so many areas of school life. We know that not even one of us in this room is a perfect person. We practice all the time. We practice sports. We practice service. We practice music, dancing, painting, acting. We practice writing, math, science, language, every kind of academic pursuit. And although perfection is not a destination at which we will arrive, it is a good thing to take a moment this evening to appreciate how far we've come. And then reflect on that journey with gratitude. After all, we have so much to be thankful for. And now, let's award some prizes. Each group of prizes, athletic, artistic, academic, community service, and the underform prizes, will be introduced by a member of the sixth form. To introduce the athletic prizes, it's my honor to call on Yasir Felton.
Good evening. Every year that I have spent at St. Andrews, I've been a three-sport athlete. But if you had told me that coming into my freshman year, I would never have believed you. At 14, I didn't have a strong desire to play high school sports. I knew I would play football and basketball, but not because of some lifelong dream, but because I'd played them for as long as I could remember. It wasn't until my sophomore football season that this attitude began to change. When I returned to preseason that year, instantly, it was like I had been friends with the guys on the team for my entire life. Despite it being my first time around a lot of them, there was never a time I felt out of place this entire season. From 6th to 3rd form, everyone there cared and cheered for the success of everyone else around them. That team was one of the first families that I found on St. Andrews campus, and every moment I had with them that season reminded me of it. I remember the seniors from that year, like Finn Hunt and Brandon Graves, who celebrated my accomplishments with such energy you would have thought that they were their own. It was because of people like them, the 6th and 5th formers that I looked up to, that I worked to get better. They were the people that gave me the drive I had been lacking just 1 year prior. This feeling carried well into my junior football season, where, although it being a new team, missing last year's seniors, and with lots of new faces, it was still a team just as close as the one from the year before. A family so close that it ended up giving me my 2 senior year roommates, Griffin and Frank, and it didn't end there. That winter, I would also make the varsity basketball team, and I got the opportunity to play with some of my best friends and my favorite people on this campus. And regardless of how the season was going, which that year wasn't that great, we all loved playing with one another, because on the court, it wasn't just a team of random guys, it was more than that. It was a family. I remember going out to practice every day, excited to compete with Will Delaney, who by all means was not a basketball player, but he played and competed with such energy that the rest of the team couldn't help but follow him. It was also Delaney who, that junior year, convinced me to put down the oar and pick up a lacrosse stick, and even though that season I complained a lot, and even more so this year, it always felt so natural to be a part of that team too. Although it was the team I joined last, I felt the same ties that I did on the football and basketball team. I felt those ties this Tuesday, laughing and running around with the team and Coach Dowdy as the buzzer sounded on our win. For the last 3 years, there has never been a time where I felt alone on this campus, and I can attribute so much of that to the people that I've had the honor to play and compete with on the court and field. That is what I believe makes sports so special here at St. Andrews. The opportunity to create unbreakable bonds, the opportunity to learn from, and the privilege to be a part of a family. I can see that this idea is alive in every team at St. Andrews. And as I leave this school, I can't wait to see how far it takes our future athletes. And to quote my roommate Frank Nasta, I just love football so much. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you, Yasir. I'm here to recognize some of our all-state athletes here. This list is not complete. We'll have a lot more from the spring, I'm pretty sure of that. If you're in the room, please feel free to stand up and be recognized. Boys cross country, Chris Onsomu and Peter Bird. Girls cross country, Leo Horgan and Claire Hulsey. Football, Yasir Felton, Tyrus Roney. Boys basketball, Darnell Lloyd, the fourth. Boys swimming, Kazan Amarix. And wrestling state qualifiers, Solbean Lee, Quinn Ferguson, Grace King, Madeline LaSalle, and Juliet Cleakin. We're here to award the Crescent Prize. It's awarded to the sixth form students who have demonstrated the greatest improvement in all their multi-sport athletics they've played here at St. Andrews. Improvement, athletic skill, sportsmanship, and leadership are all taken into account. Presented by their advisors, Christopher Sanchez and Kim Cleakin, to Marie Sheridan Dillard and Frank Christopher Nasta.
Congratulations, and thank you, Neil. It's now my pleasure to invite Avery Vaughn to the podium to talk about the arts.
Good evening. If you like to party with wildlife, then you'll have fun. This is a quote from an article written about our school in 1986 in a Harvard Independent Review of boarding schools. The article paints St. Andrews as a bookish school in the middle of nowhere, where the school is so far removed from civilization that students are forced to create mundane fun from the miles of surrounding farmland. Naturally, the 80s-era teens of SAS turned this headline into a quirky graphic t-shirt. However, a saint didn't actually design this shirt. My Aunt Margaret did. My dad was a junior at St. Andrews when this article was published, and he employed his artistic older sister back home to bring his wildlife merchandise to life. My Aunt Margaret has fostered a lot of my own creativity since I was a child. I was always amazed at the way her mind worked and what she could make. I began to chase creativity myself because of the emotional high I felt whenever I made something. I started taking guitar lessons, I made a short film at the end of my 8th grade year, and I became an avid art journaler. It wasn't until I came to St. Andrews that these became passions. My guitar teacher urged me to join the jazz band here and find other kids to jam with, so I did. Dr. Geiersbach created an incredible energy in the jazz room, and I was hooked. I've been playing in the jazz band ever since. I got to talking with classmates Sophie Moe, Sasha DaCosta, and Finn O'Connell about starting a band. We have been playing together ever since, too, and they were some of my first friends here at St. Andrews. Just all of that because I tried something new. So then, because I had dabbled in dance as a kid, I decided to do fall dance as my afternoon activity, and I fell in love with the art form. That's when Ruth Hilton and I first started dancing together. We've been choreographing and dancing together ever since. But it wasn't until my senior year that I discovered, or rediscovered, one of my favorite forms of creative expression. Before this fall, I hadn't taken a visual art class at St. Andrews, so I signed up for Miss Kelsey's Painting 1 class and to get back in touch with my childhood passion. Miss Kelsey helped me reconnect with that childlike feeling of painting with my aunt. Painting became a huge outlet during my senior fall, and I wasn't ready to let go of it. So I spent free blocks in the art studio this spring working on a special painting of my grandfather who passed away this winter. That brings me to my most recent painting. Remember that article, the one about St. Andreans parting with wildlife? In the spirit of that shirt my aunt made years ago, I made my own version. Because that phrase sums up how I feel about the arts at St. Andrews. Here we are called to try things, to explore the wild, even if you fail. We are secluded in our own bubble where no one cares if you fall. We only applaud and celebrate you for taking the leap. Truly, I will not ever know a community as kind as this family at St. Andrews, who has shepherded me through everything I've wanted to try, all the paths I've taken to express myself. So, to the family and friends who have joined us for this weekend, I invite you into our secluded little bubble where we push ourselves to try and explore, where we travel off the beaten path. Come join us as we party with the wildlife. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Avery. And thank you for that special bit of nostalgia. We begin with the Larry L. Walker Prize for Orchestral Music, awarded to the students who have made outstanding contributions to the orchestra, presented by Director of Instrumental Music Fred Geiersbach, to Gabriel Columba Day O'Connell, and Sophie Zuyu Mo. The Larry L. Walker Prize for Jazz Ensemble, awarded to the students who have made outstanding contributions to the jazz ensemble. Also presented by Fred Geiersbach, to Hugo Hikaru Butler and Avery Nichols Vaughn. The Choir Prize, awarded to the sixth form student who has contributed the most to the success and development of the choral program. Presented by Director of Choral and Vocal Music Quinn Corain, to Elliot Manalili Sager. The Drama Prize, awarded in memory of John Fletcher Hinnett, Jr., class of 1953, to the students who have made the most significant contribution to the theater program in effort, creativity, and technique, and have shown exceptional artistic growth as an actor. Presented by me, to Finn Michael Quinn O'Connell and James Owens, Jr. The Hoover C. Sutton Drama Prize, awarded to the student in honor of Hoover C. Sutton, drama teacher at St. Andrew's School from 1980 to 1993, who has shown the greatest contribution to the theater program in technical work. Also presented by me, to Victoria Wedua Yin. The Dance Prize, awarded to the students who have shown exceptional leadership, dedication, and artistry in dance. Presented by Director of Dance Avi Gold, to Olivia Florence Costrini and to Mia Michelle Ferguson. The Carrie J. Advocate Photography Prize, given by the class of 1991 in memory of Carrie J. Advocate, whose love and passion for the arts will always be remembered by her classmates. Awarded to the student of photography who has shown a strong mastery of technical skills and presented a portfolio of creative images. Presented by photography and printmaking teacher Joshua Meyer, to William Lynn. The Film Prize, awarded to the student who has shown extraordinary creativity, technical skills, and dedication to the study of a moving picture in all of its forms. Presented by film teacher Peter Hoops, to William Park Finch. Art Prize, awarded to the students who have contributed the most to the art program in effort, originality, and technique in various art forms, presented by painting and drawing teacher Navanjali Kelsey to Gibson Gardner Hurt and Aaliyah S. Thomas. And finally, the Purchase Prize, awarded to the student who has created an outstanding piece of artwork in either a minor or major plastic arts course. This work is chosen by the school to enter its permanent collection. Presented by Navanjali Kelsey to Gibson Gardner Hurt.
Thank you, Anne, and thank you, Avery, and congratulations, everyone. I would like to now invite Angela Osagbovo to introduce the academic prizes.
Electricity. Not the thing I worry about when the dorm vacuum breaks in an outlet, or the subject of class conversations about batteries or how to actually make a nuclear plant, or even the vibrance of the front lawn on a free afternoon, or at least not quite. I challenge myself to describe my St. Andrews academic experience in one word: electricity. From relating Gogol's journey of self-discovery and Jhumpa Lahiri's The Namesake to the equally riveting journey of Nemo in Disney's Finding Nemo, to arguing which factor was the true cause of World War I, and weaving through the web of language and moral conundrums in Toni Morrison's Beloved with my study room, the electricity flows when we are too lost in the pursuit of knowledge and creativity to see it. I would argue that electricity pretty succinctly describes what makes learning at St. Andrews impactful, and what makes St. Andrews learners a force of nature beyond this campus. We struggle together, we are vibrant, and if you connect the web of knowledge between every member of this community, we are probably better than Wikipedia. I remember learning how electricity is made, and for those who haven't had the wonder of constant energy at your fingertips stripped from you, I'm sorry. Most forms of electricity are generated by steam turning a turbine. Fossil fuels, hydropower, nuclear, it's all just turning blades. And learning that was one of the most underwhelming parts of my environmental science experience at St. Andrews. There is, however, something to be said for the way our lives and our education mimics the simplicity and the efficacy of turning blades. The source, wherever this energy is coming from, is the knowledge and skill they pour into us. And the steam is all the work that we do, all the papers and presentations and conversations that turn our minds towards something greater. And what is produced is the spark of intellectual curiosity we take with us when we leave. I've had the privilege of seeing the same spark in so many others in this room, from watching the most out-of-the-box curiosity quests, to judging student science lectures on electrical nerve stimulation, crops and climate change, Einstein rings, and understanding when we will die with the help of Siri and AI. The spark of excellence and intellectual curiosity runs through us all. As I leave St. Andrews, I am thankful for the many ways the school has allowed me to foster mine. In every test I spent staring at problems that could have fully been another language, there was a me surprised by how much I actually understood. And every night spent wondering how I can even conclude a research paper on music and protest, there was me excitedly explaining my topic to friends. And every minute spent meticulously rehearsing my science lecture last year or practicing for a Scrabble match against Miss McGrath. there was a me rewatching recordings to see just what I was capable of. For every struggle, every failure, and every slump, there is a me at the end, grateful for all I have gained in knowledge and grit, grateful for every spark lit, and the many places they have and will take me when I leave. Find your sparks and let them grow. Thank you.
And now for the academic awards. The Chester E. Baum Prize for English, given by the members of the English Department in honor of Chester Earl Baum for 29 years, an outstanding teacher of English at St. Andrew's School, to the sixth form students who have excelled in English scholarship, presented by English Department Chair Martha Pitts, to Hannah Mead Gilhini, Sophie Zayu Mo, and Angela Ozagbovo. The Charles H. Welling Jr. Prize for Writing, given by members of the class of 1945 in honor of their classmate Charlie Welling, writer and raconteur, to the student who has produced exemplary nonfiction writing in all disciplines across their career at St. Andrews, presented by me to Cy Oliver Indenbosch Karlik. The Amanda Leon Prize for Creative Writing, given in memory of Amanda Leon, class of 95, by her classmates, to the student who has excelled in creative writing, presented by creative writing teacher Alec Hill, to Claire Louise Poston. The Lewis C. Mandes Library Prize, given in memory of Lewis C. Mandes Jr., school librarian, to the students who have demonstrated a love of books and a deep appreciation for the library. Presented by Director of Library Services, Lisa Myers, to Cy Oliver Indenbosch Karlik and Riley Elise Montana Reed. The Sherman Webb Prize for History, awarded to the student who has done outstanding work in history. Presented by History Department Chair Matthew Edmonds, to Hannah Mead Gilhini. The W. Lewis Fleming Prize for French, given by the alumni in memory of W. Lewis Fleming to the student of French who is most deserving in interest, effort, and achievement, presented by French teacher Dr. Pam Piers, to Katya Zoe Papadopoulos. The Nancy K. Hargrove Prize for Spanish, given by Joe Hargrove, class of 1967, in memory of his wife, who was a great admirer of St. Andrews. Awarded to the students who have done outstanding work in Spanish. Presented by Spanish teachers Donald Duffy and Elizabeth Preisner, to Tamia Michelle Ferguson and Marjorie Channing Malkin. The Chinese Prize, awarded to the students who have done outstanding work in Chinese, presented by Chinese teacher Angelica Huang Murphy, to Ruth Agnes Hilton and Nadia Nabi Lee. The G. Court Voorhees Prize for Classical Languages, given by his children in memory of their father, G. Court Voorhees, Latin teacher at St. Andrew's School from 1935 to 1962. Awarded to the students who have done outstanding work in Latin and/or Greek. Presented by Classical Languages Department Chair Dr. Phil Walsh. To Grenville MacDonald Gooder IV, and Elliot Manalili Seger. The Walter L. Harrison Prize for Mathematics, given in memory of his mother by Walter L. Harrison, class of 1966, to a student of high achievement whose work in mathematics is distinguished for its depth of interest, imagination, and creative thinking. Presented by Math Department Chair John Tower, to Arthur Kazan Amrix. The John Anthony Higgins Award for Mathematics, given by members of the Math Department in honor of John Higgins, beloved and legendary math teacher at St. Andrews from 1980 to 2012. Awarded to the student who shares John's joy for learning, who appreciates the beauty, precision, and utility of mathematics, and who seeks to infuse this passion in others. Presented by Math Department Chair John Tower, to Bai He Bao. The Computer Science Award, awarded to the student of computer science who has demonstrated exceptional skill, understanding, and depth of interest in the field of computer science. Presented by computer science teacher David Myers, to Griffin Edward Patterson. The William Day Scott Prize for Science, awarded to the student who has taken at least 2 science courses and through performance in these courses have demonstrated real promise in the field of science. Presented by Science Department Chair Dr. Ashley Hyde. 2, Hugo Hikaru Butler. The William H. Amos Prize for Life Sciences, given by William H. Amos, member of the faculty from 1947 to 1985, to the students who have demonstrated exceptional interest and ability in the life sciences. Presented by life science teacher Dan O'Connell to Kiran Singh Bansal and Sasha Nichols DaCosta. Virginia Layton Orr Prize. In recognition of Virginia Layton Orr's efforts to preserve Cape Henlopen State Park and other natural areas, this award is given to the student who has made significant contributions to the environment. Presented by environmental science and biology teacher and sustainability coordinator Alex Horgan to Hannah Mead Gilheeney. Walden Pell Prize for Religious Studies. Given in honor of Walden Pell, first headmaster of St. Andrew's School, to the students of the sixth form whose work in religious studies is distinguished for its understanding of the relationship between faith and learning. Presented by Religious Studies Department Chair Terrence Gilhaney to Katya Zoe Papadopoulos and Haiyuan Tu. I'm sorry, one omission. The third Walden Pell Prize for Religious Studies, presented by Chair Terrence Gilhaney, also goes to Avery Vaughn. Okay, the Francis L. Spalding Award is awarded to the fourth form students who have achieved a commendable academic record by distinctive effort. And this is presented by fourth form academic advisor Dr. Max Schrem to Josephine Denny and Jiahe Zhu. And the Harry C. Parker Prize, given by Harry M. Parker, class of 1964, in memory of his father, Harry C. Parker, to the sixth form student who has achieved the greatest academic improvement during their St. Andrews career. Presented by sixth form academic advisor Mark Hammond to Tristan Diego Kalu.
Thank you, Gretchen, and thank you, Angela. Congratulations to everyone. I will now ask Kieran Bonsall to come to the podium to talk about service.
At this year's senior dinner, Mr. Bill McClements, class of '81, spoke about what it means to be a saint, emphasizing our deep commitment to service. Reflecting on my 4 years at St. Andrews, I realized how accurate this statement is and how grateful I am for the opportunities this school provides. As a swimmer all my life, I've always looked up to my coaches, recognizing the immense amount of time and effort they put into my success and improvement. Coming to St. Andrews, I joined Adaptive Aquatics and Special Olympics of Delaware, two programs in which St. Andrews students work with children in the surrounding communities to teach them how to swim and compete. These programs give me the opportunity to be the coach, to be that person who the swimmers looked up to and learned from. Some people think that by joining community service, you are sacrificing your time to benefit others. In reality, we gain as much from those we serve as they do from us. We learn how to be teachers, how to work with people who think and act differently, how to be responsible and respectful. We get the opportunity to work with our community for the betterment of everyone. I want to share a recent experience of mine, which I believe demonstrates exactly how committed Saints are to serving. 3 weeks ago, St. Andrews hosted the Special Olympics of Delaware swimming meet, a very important and very big swimming competition at which hundreds of athletes with disabilities come to compete. This year, the meet was twice as big as it was in the past, meaning that we would need even more volunteers than normal. In all honesty, as one of the heads of this program, I was worried. About a week before the meet, I made a lunch announcement and sent out an email asking for volunteers. The next day, I was astounded to find out that I had 97 people that had signed up to participate. Now, to give you some context, the day of the meet was already packed. Many of the juniors and sophomores were taking the SAT that morning. There were sports practices throughout the day, and most significantly, starting at 5 p.m., we had prom. This means that almost a third of our school chose to volunteer 3 hours of their time on the day of prom to community service, many of them right after the SAT or sports practice. This was truly amazing. From working to line swimmers, to timing races, to lifeguarding, I was so proud of my fellow Saints for showing up for their community. This is only one small microcosm of everything that goes on at St. Andrews. From the blood drive, to mentoring, to visiting the senior center, Saints show up small and large for their community. I'm graduating tomorrow, and as I do, I know that I leave this place with a better understanding of what a community truly is. And I know from the way this school showed up at the Special Olympics meet that every student at St. Andrews feels and knows the responsibility of a saint to step up and serve. So, to all the underclassmen, when the opportunity emerges, I urge you to rise to the challenge and opt in, because you will never know what you will learn from your community. And to my graduating class, let us take the spirit of St. Andrews into life, wherever we might go, and remember our deep commitment to service. Thank you.
The Diane Miller Community Service Award. Named in honor of Diane Miller, exuberant teacher and counselor at St. Andrews from 1984 to 2005, who helped build and develop the community service program, and then by her example, dedicated her energies and spirit to the service of others. Presented by me to Kieran Singh Bonsall and Olivia Florence Castrini.
Thank you, Kelly, and thank you, Kieran. I will now invite Emmy Parlin to speak about student life and the Underform prizes.
Waking up at 5:30 in the morning is not for the faint of heart. Last year, after sleeping sprawled across the K-dorm common room floor as a result of cooking food, doing BuzzFeed quizzes, and laughing till we cried, the 7 of us trekked across the gully, merging with other future seniors in matching black hoodies along the way. We walked across the dew-covered grass of the front lawn, awaiting streaks of orange, pink, and yellow across the sky. Going to the grass docks to watch the sunrise is how I've ended these past 3 years over my time at St. Andrews. Even if the last nights look different each year, I always spend it with people, talking, dancing, playing games, eating ramen, or napping before morning. These final moments before we set out into the world, these moments of tiredness and calm, are the turning points of aging and taking on more responsibility, knowing that next year will be slightly different, but the essence of togetherness will remain. We start each year dancing on the front lawn in overalls, cowgirl hats, and boots, not because it is traditional classroom dress attire, but because it forces us to be carefree and to enjoy the space around us. In a sea of unfamiliar faces after a summer apart, the front lawn fills once again as students old and new promenade and do-si-do. The St. Andrews community is unique from others. It stretches far beyond the notion to opt in to structured traditions, since it encourages you to make your own. There's nothing better than screaming Christmas carols and attempting to square dance on the front lawn. But St. Andrews would not be the same without each person's own smaller, unspoken moments and traditions. Whether that is singing your heart out in the rain, playing basketball with some upperclassmen you do not know, or howling across the gully during the full moon, or running across the sprinklers on the front lawn, these memories are what make St. Andrews special to me. As dorm rooms change, sit-down tables rotate, and classes of saints come and go, take the time to be present with those around you and create your own sunset memories. Yes, opt into the larger events, but also to remember to embrace the people around you who let you be yourself in the smaller ones. The St. Andrews community shines through every sunrise and late night. You are given the opportunity to shape what it means to be a saint more than you know now. It is not the halls of founders, the front lawn, or athletic fields that are the community. We are. St. Andrews gives us the freedom to enjoy the small, silly moments, try new things, and be a part of something greater. Thank you.
The Calder Prize, given in honor of Dr. Joseph R. Calder and Virginia Calder, awarded to the third form students who combine the qualities of good scholarship, and a commitment to the service of others. Presented by third form deans Chris Sanchez and Jennifer Carroll to Divya Bhatia and Liam Wilson. The J. Thompson Brown Award, given to the students below the sixth form who have made the greatest contributions to community life. Presented by their advisors, Anna Hastings and Dr. Danica Tisdale Fisher, to Bridget Daly and Gloria Oladejo. The Malcolm Ford Award, in memory of Malcolm Ford, given to the students below the sixth form who best combine the qualities of leadership, good sportsmanship, and a cheerful spirit, presented by their advisors Ashley Hyde and Ana Ramirez to Lila Lunsford and Ray Quinones. the Robert H. Stegman Jr. Award, given in honor of Bob Stegman, inspirational history teacher, academic dean, assistant headmaster, and dean of faculty at St. Andrews from 1978 to 1999, awarded to the fifth form students in the top academic ranks of their class who have demonstrated intellectual leadership and who have made exceptional contributions to the life of the school and community. Presented by their form advisors, Kate Kusick and William Porter, to Nell McVeigh, Chris Onsomu, and Daisy Wang.
Thank you, Kristen, and thanks, Emmy. In a moment, the co-presidents of the sixth form, leading and standing in for their entire class, pass the gavel, which represents the leadership of the school, to the next class. Students are the caretakers of St. Andrew's culture, and this moment is an important one in ensuring the continuity of all we value as a school. But before we do that, I want to salute our co-presidents, Charlie Lunsford and Ria Soni, for all they have done for the school this year. Leadership means you aren't about yourself or your class or your team. Leadership means you are about the school, this institution, and handing it off in better shape than you found it. Ria and Charlie have kept our spirits high. They have done the work, and they have showed joy in doing it. They spent hundreds of hours working on behalf of the school and all of us. Ria and Charlie, you have been generous, articulate, curious, and joyful co-presidents. Thank you for helping the faculty and me, and thank you for leading your class and the entire school during this incredible year. Please come forward to pass the gavel.
First and foremost, a huge thank you to all the families here tonight, as well as the faculty, staff, and students joining us on this celebration of the class of 2024.
As you might recall, Ms. McGrath gave a speech during Arts Weekend, speaking on the class of 2024's leadership and ability to rise to the challenge of making our own mark on St. Andrews.
On behalf of our entire class, Charlie and I wanted to gift you a copy of this speech that resonated so beautifully with so many of us. We greatly appreciate all your work along our path as a graduating class. Woo! I'm going to raise this a little bit. To quote Miss McGrath, knowing that we are not and never will be perfect means that we must never feel failure, but rather live in the belief that our greatest fear should be of not trying at all.
Ria and I find this line perfectly explains the efforts of all members of our class, who have pushed themselves to become incredibly visible in our community, embodying roles on dorm, in the classroom, on the sports fields, the stage, and through all interactions with other members of the community. Despite our respective fears, we push ourselves, living up to our mission of being the best senior class we can be.
So thank you again, Ms. McGrath, and we hope you love this gift from us.
To acknowledge the other faculty that have helped our class tremendously, Mr. Goulden and Mrs. Hansel, thank you so much for continuing to support us in every way possible. In times where we need you the most, you were always there for us, and we could not have done this without you. And thank you to the class of 2024 for always trusting us with the task of leading our school. Despite the mistakes we've made, it has been our honor to represent you this school year, as you have proved time and time again to show up for not only Ria and I, but for the school as a whole.
And now, onto the class of 2025. Just as our class trusted us, always remember that your class trusts you, as well as the seniors before you today.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that whenever given the opportunity to come to Middletown, Delaware, we as all of the seniors are going to be so excited to see what you all accomplish. And to Leah and Nanda specifically, your love for the school is palpable in your work on the soccer field, or maybe as our announcement queen in the dining hall, or maybe in your capacity as Asian Student Union head, and maybe just on your roles in the classroom and on dorm. Translate that love and that passion to your roles as president, and in doing so, you guys will excel together. So without further ado, can Leah and Nanda please come forward for the passing of the gavel?
To the class of 2024, you have led this school in every aspect by being great examples and showing the underformers what it means to be a saint. On dorm, on the fields and the stage, and in classrooms, your presence will be missed. Your grade has the amazing quality of coming together to take initiative and have fun. Months ago, your forum hosted junior-senior karaoke night. It was so clear the fun spontaneity you have with each other. Not only within your class, but the connections you have woven between students, faculty, and staff are invaluable in uniting St. Andrews as a truly one-of-a-kind community. Each person in this class has served as a role model and left an impact on this school that is bigger than themselves. We now have the opportunity to unite the way that you showed us it could be done.
To Charlie and Rhea, thank you for both for your amazing work and everything you accomplished leading your forum and this entire school. Our culture is strong because of all the work you put in behind the scenes, and we are grateful that we were able to look up to you, especially these past couple of months. And we will continue to work to uphold the culture that you have preserved here. We accept this gavel as it represents the roles of service we are about to fill. We are excited to build on everything you have done. We will continue to pave the way for underformers as you have done for us, and commit to making this school the best it can be. Finally, to the class of 2025, thank you for starting to initiate leadership in so many different ways this spring, and most importantly, for entrusting us with the opportunity to serve you. We are so excited to work alongside every one of you with our shared goal of further elevating the St. Andrews culture. Thank you.
And now, we have a farewell to the class of 2024. On behalf of the class and all of us, I want to express gratitude to Sasha DaCosta, Riley Reed, and Catherine Simons for their tireless work on this tribute. Thank you for helping us tell the story of the class of 2024 at St. Andrews. Please come to the podium to introduce your work.
Yeah, hi guys. So we've been working over the past couple months to gather pictures and memories and different clips of our class over these past 4 years, celebrating our graduation and all the things that we've done and will do in the future. Yeah, thank you for everybody who supported us.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We hope you enjoy it.
Oh yeah, if the class of 2024 would like to sit on the floor in front, we would love that to just celebrate one last moment together.
Thank you.
Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down. You get lost, you can always be found. Just know
from now we'll all be gone. All our friends will move away, and they're going to better places, but our friends will be gone away. Nothing is as it has been, and I miss your face like hell. And I guess it's just as well, but I miss your face like hell. Been talking about the way things change, and my family lives in a different state. And if you don't know what to make of this, then we will not relate. So if you don't know what to make of this, then we will not relate. Rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, oh rivers and roads, oh rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers and roads, rivers.
Thank you. I think that says it all. You guys are brilliant and accomplished and beautiful. You love each other. It was great. Thank you for putting that together. And with that, our evening comes to an end. Our seniors will leave here and continue a night filled with tradition and time together before, hopefully at some point in the not too distant future, going to bed. The rest of us, well, we should go to bed early and get ready for tomorrow. The graduates will be running on adrenaline, but the rest of us need sleep. Just as a reminder, we gather again for the baccalaureate service at 9 a.m. The service will begin in the chapel where Gretchen Hurt, Dean of Teaching and Learning, and parent of graduating senior Gibby Hurt will speak. Until then, good night, everyone. Thank you for being here.